Hello and welcome to News Watch at 6. I'm Samantha Casano. Thanks for joining us on this very busy Tuesday evening. We begin with the latest developments in that deadly shooting we first told you about last night in McDowell County. News Watch reporter Jake Karalexis joins us live in studio now. Jake, you've been on the story since early this morning. You spoke with the sheriff as well as a family member of the victim. What have you found out? Jake, thank you. Meantime, in Fayette County, 4 people are behind bars. Police say they stopped a car on Route 19 near Lansing just after midnight. Not only were there 4 adults inside, but 2 children who were not in car seats. Officers searched the car and found individually packaged units of a controlled substance, as well as a firearm. Melanie Lelich is charged with child neglect, conspiracy to commit a felony, and possession with intent to deliver narcotics. Rachel McCoy, Joshua Johnson, and Nathan Grice are each charged with possession and conspiracy. Johnson is also charged with possession of a firearm, which he is prohibited from having. Now let's get a quick check of the forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dolinger. Jacob, it was raining pretty hard out there just a few hours ago. Have we seen the worst of these storms? To the case that has captured the nation, the all-out manhunt for Brian Laundrie continues. He is still the only person of interest in the death of Gabby Petito. The body found in Wyoming this weekend, now confirmed to be hers. As Morgan Norwood reports, investigators are ferociously searching his parents' home for clues or answers. In COVID-19 news, we're keeping you updated on the latest changes in area schools. Riverview and Mountain View High Schools, both in McDowell County, are remote learning tomorrow. In Summers County, Hinton Area Elementary and Summers County High School are both remote learning until this Friday. All Mercer County schools are remote learning through the end of this week as well. The number of active cases right now in West Virginia is down to 17,435. That number dropping significantly since yesterday when it was 21,490. Today, another 1,337 new cases reported. 17 more West Virginians lose their lives, pushing the statewide death toll to 3,441. Almost 1.2 million West Virginians have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. Nearly 936,000 people are fully vaccinated. And speaking of the vaccine, Johnson & Johnson is now pushing for a booster shot, saying a second dose shows stronger protection. The news comes as Pfizer prepares to apply for emergency use authorization for its own vaccine in kids 5 to 11. Rena Roy continues our coronavirus coverage from New York.
With the U.S.
And still to come tonight here on News Watch at 6, the rise in COVID-19 cases is hurting capacity for more than just hospitals. We'll explain what the surge means for us here in southern West Virginia in just a few minutes. But first, meteorologist Jacob Dolinger has a full look at your forecast. News Watch at 6 is back right after this. The rise in COVID-19 cases is hurting capacity for more than just hospitals. The Hope Rehabilitation Center in McDowell County is coming up on its 1-year anniversary of opening. It was able to hold 12 patients when it first opened, but was forced to cut back to 6 as the pandemic continued. Staff members say conditions are stable at the center, and they're hoping to spread more awareness in the community. Huffman says once the spread of COVID-19 is more contained, the Hope will try to increase capacity once again. And stick with us. We'll have a look at sports right after the break. Time now for a look at sports. West Virginia football begins Big 12 play this weekend, and their first league opponent is one that's had the Mountaineers number since 2012. Neil Brown's team is headed to Norman to visit the Oklahoma Sooners. That's a game you can watch Saturday night right here on WOAY. WVU has not beaten the Sooners since joining the Big 12 Conference, and the majority of games in Norman have been one-sided. The two were supposed to play in Morgantown last year, but the game was called due to Oklahoma facing COVID-related issues. If that same scenario happens again this week, WVU would be given a forfeit win. The latest high school football rankings were released this afternoon. 7 area teams are in the top 16 of their respective classes, including 4 teams that reached the playoffs in 2020. 6 of the 7 are currently tied with other schools, including Princeton, Independence, and Greenbrier West. Those are the top area teams right now in each of the 3 classes. Time now for the Sheetz Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Athlete of the Week. Independence winning big last Friday in a county rivalry game against Shady Spring. The Patriots have had two brothers among the key contributors the last few years, and they both made key plays in the Week 4 win. Trevor Denton has more. That does it for Sports at 6. We'll be right back. That's going to wrap things up for us. World News is next, but Jacob, Trevor, and I will be back at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.